Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is the Shayla, aka Infinity Bay, and I just want to thank you all for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome. If this is your first time meeting me, welcome. If you are not new here and you've been here a couple of times before, I just want to give thanks and gratitude for you coming back and coming along this journey with me as I'm trying to build my YouTube channel and my community here. So today, what I'm going to talk about it is a little different from what I normally talk about, but kind of in alignment still because there's a lot of self help within this. But I want to take some things that I have been seeing on the internet and I really want to dive into these things that get put out here and these opinions to really give my opinion and guidance on it. A lot of the times, things get pushed out to the internet that could cause great anxiety to people, make people feel like they might be doing something wrong and all this and that. So I see things and I have my little thoughts and I'm like, you know what, I should talk about this stuff. So that is pretty much what I am doing. So I want you guys to follow me here because I want to start doing this more like in a podcast style for myself and just really talk about things that I see that's going on in the world, my opinion and my take on it. Now, as we get into this, let's just a disclaimer and a reminder. I am just some random woman on the internet. You do not know me personally. This is my opinion. Take what applies and whatever doesn't, let it fly type of thing. Everybody has the rights to the way they think. This is just my point of view on things, my opinion on things. And yeah, so let's get into it. So first and foremost, the other day I was minding my business on the internet like I always do, and I seen something that Share 7 put up. Now, this is not as big as Share 7 at all. I don't mind Share 7. I love how she does teach women to have more, to see more value within themselves, and all the other things she teaches. I met Share 7 not on that that's not what she was doing. I was introduced to Share 7. I was introduced to Share 7 when it came to me getting into manifestation and all the witchy things. That's when I was introduced to Share 7. But she's doing what she's doing now, and that's her business. But I want to get into something. Two things I've seen came from her. And we're gonna first start with the great coffee date discussion. Now, this was not originated from her, but this is what brought me to thinking what I'm finna talk about today. So she put up a reel saying that if a guy asks her to go on a coffee date, she's getting back in the bed. Okay. And all while that may not work for her, that's the thing. It may not work for her. That is an opinion based matter. Okay. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if a man take you on a coffee date or to a high end steakhouse for your first date. The man who will take you to the high end steakhouse one day could be whooping your ass 6 months down the line. And the man who take you to the coffee shop for the first date could be wonderful and everything you dreamed of. Or even vice versa. You see how that works? The man who could take you on a coffee date could be whooping your ass 6 months and dragging you all up and through the house 6 months down the line. And the one who took you to Roof Chris or whatever you wanted to go, a high end steakhouse, whatever it is, could be wonderful. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what y'all need to understand is what y'all need to be looking for and using is your discernment. Because the thing that frustrates me, especially seeing all these women go back and forth in the comment section about what's low effort and what's not, and how some women are silly for going on a coffee date, and how some women is like, a coffee date is fine. The thing of the matter is, it does not matter. It does not matter. Is that man a good person? Does that man have great qualities and is a good human being at the end of the day? That's what y'all should be looking for. I don't know when and where y'all done made this as far as how to date so complicated and it makes my ass itch so bad. It's ridiculous. Now, the thing of the matter is, I am a woman who particularly, I don't play with niggas. I don't play with them. I need to sit there and I need to feel your energy out before I go anywhere with you. Okay, now I have my do's and not my don'ts. You can't take me skydiving, zip line, and I hate heights. But the thing of the matter is, that's my personal preference. The same way somebody's personal preference might be a coffee shop and yours might be a high end restaurant, does not make either of y'all wrong. It just, I do not understand this for the life of me. I don't know what I'm missing. I tend to think I'm a person who has a lot of common sense, but for the life of me, I do not understand why this is such a big deal of where someone chooses to go to date somebody. Either the relationship gonna work or it's not. And a relationship ain't gonna work based off of where somebody take you. And honestly, in certain aspects of what they do for you, should want to be with somebody who's genuinely a good person. Because a genuinely good person is the one that's gonna take care of your ass. The same person that's doing a lot for you and you feel like is doing this because he wanted down you somewhere might come with a lot of things if he is not a genuinely good person. That's what y'all need to be looking out for how people take care of themselves, how they take care of the people around them, how they show up. And most importantly, have the discernment and be so connected with your intuition that you won't be sitting out here getting played by nobody. We should not be having debates on when and where your first date is at. We should be teaching each other to make sure your insides are correct and you're so aligned with yourself and what you want and what you need in a healthy way that you're going to get a successful relationship no matter where somebody take you. Y'all are getting on my nerves really badly with this. And then now, so there's that for that. Let's go into the next thing that she talked about. When she said, I don't know how y'all get on dating apps and meet people and be talking to these men on these dating apps who's talking to 25 other women as well. I don't know how y'all can do that. Here's the thing of the matter. If you're on a dating app, you should be talking to 25 other men too. If you're not, you're doing something wrong. Okay? You should not be just talking to one man on a dating app. Everybody's talking to everybody. This is an equal thing here on a dating app. It's not just the man get to choose that they can pick 50 women and you get just him. That's not how this works. It gives you ample people, okay? So that just right there and there. But again, this is a personal preference. I've done met men online. I done met men at the most wonderful at markets. I done met men at happy hour, at the bar, pumping my gas. Hell, and if you know anything about me and watch any of my videos, you know I married my high school sweetheart. We are now divorced. I say this to say, it don't matter where you meet that man. If that man want to talk to 25 other women, oh, he gonna talk to them. I don't care where you meet him. At least I guess on the dating app, you know what he doing on there. You know it's more of a possibility versus somebody you meet and you really think you're the only person that he's talking to. And he's not. Again, this is all personal preference. This should not determine how you choose to date. It does not matter. If you do not like online dating, fine. If you prefer to online date because you don't go places like that, great. If you rather go out and you be out of line and you meet men all the time, whoop-de-doo, great for you. Are you paying attention to how that man is? Have you done the work on yourself where you have healthy boundaries? Do you know how to be single and be by yourself for a little while? These are the things we should be talking about. These are the things we should be teaching one another. What type of relationship do you even really want? Because a lot of the times people think you're supposed to have traditional relationships and that really don't even work for you. But you got to be within yourself to know that about yourself. And y'all sitting here going back and forth about a coffee date and y'all already have not even undone the societal things that was put on you that were pretty much that were lies when it comes to relationships and dating. We're talking about coffee shops and high-end restaurants. Y'all got a lot of bigger fish to fry. And that's not for everybody because I know some of my women, you done the work and you prefer what you prefer. And how about just having grace for another woman because maybe she just feels comfortable only going to a coffee shop the first time. Maybe that's what she wants. She feels comfortable with that. That doesn't mean that she's letting people be low effort. She's probably very much a woman who requires high effort in other ways in her life. Y'all gotta start giving people more grace. I just, it's very concerning to me. And me personally, I don't feel like getting done all up and putting on my good pair of lashes and my makeup and stuff for the first time I go out with no man. I don't, and then you might be a weirdo and I might not even like you like that. Like I done did all this and I don't even like you like that. I don't want you calling me no more. Yeah. I don't even feel like doing all of that. That's me personally though. That don't mean low effort because it ain't giving that. It definitely ain't giving that. But at the end of the day, these are all personal preferences, and everybody should have the space and the grace to have that. Okay? You should not be looking at your homegirl and telling her she low effort because she wants to go to a coffee shop. You should not be looking at your homegirl and telling her she doing too much because she wants to go to a high-end restaurant or something that, more adventurous, whatever. That's her personal preference. Your job is to make sure that your friend ain't out here getting knocked between the washer and dryer 3 months down the line. And make sure you giving her advice to help her see who she is and make great decisions for herself. Again, y'all got way bigger fish to fry. And to be quite honest with you, no tea, no shade. A man that took me to the coffee shop for the first time was paying for me and my daughter here to get done. Okay? And nothing has to come with that. Just so we clear, guess what? I wasn't interested in the man. I wasn't interested in him. At the end of the day, it does not matter. And I don't want to say I wasn't interested in the man because he was cool. Obviously, I was interested enough for him to be doing things like getting my hair and stuff done. We just weren't aligned for each other. That was just not my person. I wasn't his person, and that's just what that was. Now, moving on to the next thing. This is older news, but here we are. So obviously, we know about, unless you've been living under a rock, how Cardi B called Latto a pussy. And it was recorded and stuff like that. I'm gonna get straight to the point with y'all on this. So Latto went and dropped her album. She had a little diss towards Cardi because of that. And her and Cardi were cool. They were, considered to be friends, associates. I don't know how close they was, but they was cool enough for Latto to really feel a type of way. I don't care if I didn't know her like that. Anybody with some sense would have felt the type of way. So that happened between them. But what is bothering me, once again with y'all, not y'all, because I know some of my peeps who follow me, y'all probably don't be really thinking like this. But a lot of people on the internet, my issue is that y'all sitting up in these comments and defending Cardi for calling that girl a pussy. And not defending her, calling her a pussy. Like, maybe y'all really feel that she is one, and that's people's opinions. I mean, defending, saying, well, she apologized. She apologized. She should just forgive her. Are y'all kidding me? So your friend get on the phone with somebody, argue with them, somebody you done have beef with. Your friend bring you up and say, you think I'm pussy ass. Bianca, you think I'm pussy ass. Shay, you think I'm pussy ass. Melissa. And you supposed to be like, oh, friend, I know you were just upset in the heat of the moment. Don't worry about it, girl. Don't worry about it. Are you kidding me? That y'all think that girl is supposed to be like, oh, it's okay, girl. I know you were just upset at her. First of all, let's acknowledge the fact that the only reason why she apologizing is because she got caught. Had she not got caught, she wouldn't have had nothing to apologize for if she had never got caught. You think she called Latto and told her she said that about her? I don't think so. And then want to be like, I publicly apologize. You know you was dead wrong for saying that about that girl. To be like, I wasn't trying to say it that way. Where else is there another? Where are y'all from? Ain't this a universal thing that's just a sign of disrespect? How else do you flip it, dip it, and reverse it? She said what she said about that girl, and that girl don't want to mess with her no more because of it. And she has every right to that. She don't have to forgive that girl. She don't have to be cool with that girl again. Y'all, and that concerns me about people that try to find excuses and things like that. May a friend like you never find me. Because if I found out that you was on the phone yapping your mouth about me like that, and you argue with somebody else, girl, I would. May a friend like you never finds me. And Lotto did what she should have done. She got on in the studio, said what she needs to say, and she's done with it. She don't ever have to talk to that girl again. And I just don't. The thing is, y'all let people play with y'all way too much. Y'all let people play with y'all way too much. Y'all let people come around and feel like they could say what they want about y'all, do what they want to do, and because they said that they were sorry for the amount of disrespect that they just caused you and embarrassed you, that you supposed to move on. That's not how that works. That's not. Stop letting people play with y'all. That's the problem now. From y'all be worried about people playing with y'all with dating, y'all friends be playing with y'all the most. And the way they do things. How embarrassing to know that somebody know that that guy said about you. Somebody that I don't, that's a odd to me on top of that. You know that you said that about me. Her people, her crew know you said that about me. Then I'm hopping on songs with you like a goofy. It's concerning to me that y'all have how loyal y'all will be to a fault. You know what I'm trying to say? That somebody can disrespect you like that. And when the thing of the matter is, and I'm saying this from experience, when you choose to forgive the disrespect for somebody, and you know deep down you should have walked away from that friendship, nothing but resentment is going to build from that. Y'all need to start walking away from people when they do you a certain amount of disrespect. Nobody is perfect, but that was plain old disrespectful. That was disloyal, and it was crossing a line. I bet not ever find out. Overall, guys, my overall message with all of that in this rant I just did is that I want for people to be so secure within themselves in a healthy way, in an honest way, that you can move through this life making the decisions you want to make for yourself for the betterment of you and what's aligned with you. I understand we put trust in a lot of these people who get on these platforms, and they do give out good, valuable information. But some stuff is just like, you got to be able to think for yourself, y'all. You have to be able to think from yourself. It's like we went from letting the higher ups in the government and all of that think for us to influencers thinking for you guys now. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't want that for people. I want people to be so secure within themselves that it's okay to seek advice, but you know what to do. You can feel it in your spirit, you can feel it in your soul. And when you are confused, your spirit, your guides, everybody, whoever you connect with, will find and give you the answers for you. But if anything makes you feel like you're giving anxiety and judging yourself, it's usually not for you. And then if stuff is triggering, sometimes that's something that you need to look in within yourself to see why it's triggering you. But you should be choosing good people in your life overall across the board, from dating, from friendships, people who really care for you and who mean you well, but you got to care for yourself and mean yourself well first. And all of this stuff is coming from experience of self-doubt, of having people in my life that weren't the best for me and not making the best choices for myself, or being afraid to think for myself. But I'm a very free thinker. I do what I want. I go through life with being secure in myself. I know how it feels to live without that mindset, and I know how it feels to live with that mindset, and I like it better over here. And that's genuinely what I want for people who come into contact with me. I can even say whatever I'm saying. Can you take what you really feel like belongs to you and be secure in that? That's what matters at the end of the day. Some of the stuff we just getting took it way too far, and it's so silly, and it confuses people even more. At the end of the day, do what you need to do within you to live the life that you really desire. That's really it, guys. Like, truly. I don't even know how else to put it. But that is all I wanted to talk to y'all about today. And I will see y'all in the next video. Remember to subscribe, because I'm trying to grow my community. And I will talk to you later. Bye.